Hi friends, it's Deanna Willison with Our Blooming Catholic Life. And sorry, this is a smidge late today. I'm literally making it right at the time it should air. Had a couple little snafus there. But this is a craft you can use both for All Saints and All Souls with just a little variation. And there's going to be some various ways to do it, so stay tuned. If you're like, that's too easy for my little one, or too that's too easy for my middle schooler, or that's too difficult for my toddler, there's a great variety in the way of doing these, so stay tuned. What is the first one? It involves a votive candle wrap. How fun is this? For All Saints Day, this website, and it is thecatholickid.com, it'll be linked in the description below, has these great ones. They're already sized for you. They even have a glue strip already marked. You can glue whatever you do. You're thinking, I'm putting paper on a candle. I'm not really recommending putting paper on a candle for burning purposes, but this is one of those, you can buy these anywhere, but look, battery operated candle inside. Now this one I've left outside a little too long, so this guy needs replaced, but it's a battery operated candle that I can put in. You may be able to see the flicker in this one, which can also be used, even though this has a Christmas decoration. I'm going to multi-purpose this, because this one, see if I can, you can see it actually is on. There's different settings for it. Can you see that it's glowing? You can get a little glow off and on. I'm out here in the bright fall sun. But inside this house, this gives a lovely glow through this wax. So this one is actually made with wax. This one's a plastic one inside a glass holder. And these candle wraps work on both, and it's safe to use. Do you have to attach it to any kind of a candle? No. Look, it's a lovely little square design. You can just hang these up in your house somewhere. You can laminate them if your kid really loves the saint. You may want to throw this in a lamination pouch or something. You can see it will fit in your 8.5 by 11 pouch size that most of us have, those little home laminators. Or one of those page protectors for a notebook could work really well, so that your kid can pray these prayers over and over again. And maybe you're like, well, I have a son. There is a couple of these saints available. This is Our Lady of Guadalupe. They have, I know there was St. Francis of Assisi, St. Michael Archangel, blanking out. There were a couple of saints there, but there's also some blank ones, and you have the ability to do that. So this is a nice picture of Our Lady with a prayer all ready to go. So very lovely. Hey, if your little for All Saints Day wants to be someone, there used to be something called like the Order of Widows, consecrated widows in the church, and what they did, they were literally very poor widows who would pray for people. So you could be a little old church lady and have a number of these candles that you carry around. I wouldn't carry the glass one around. You could put this around a cup, a simple plastic kid's cup probably, and have your little one walk around and pray for the dead. Be a church lady for Halloween. If you're going to dress up for Halloween or All Saints, you could be a church lady. Be sure to wear your pearls. No, I'm joking. Have some fun with it. We like to laugh at ourselves. But I thought this one was lovely because it had the prayer and an opportunity to color. And it does remind you to color first and then cut out. If you're not used to coloring at home with your kids, they're probably going to go over the edges, or this will let them. It gives you a little margin for error. What did I color with that precisely in those fine details? Don't worry, I have no sponsors today. But I use these Crayola twistable pencils. I love these because here's the blue one that I had used. What color is this called? They don't have the color names on them. I thought they did. Anyway, you can see the point is up here. So you twist the bottom and it comes out. Again, these aren't going to be great for littles. We all know littles are going to put it out a whole bunch and then break it. Give them whatever is appropriate for their age. This is just something that I like using. These are easy for me to hold on to, easy for me to twist. I don't need a pencil sharpener. That could be such a pain with colored pencils. These are called colored pencils, though. This is just the one I love. They come in all different size packs, just like everything from Crayola. So those are the ones I use. What about, you said you can make it simple. You can, look, here is the All Souls Day one. And look, the circle is blank. Now it does still have a prayer over here, but you could simply get a white piece of paper, cover that, or just cut that part out, have this, and stick it on a prayer. You can write the prayer yourself, whatever. Even having the image of a saint for a little, having the image of the saint to color may be enough. They may not need the prayer if they can't read. You can just put like, dear God, I love Mary, amen. You can again just white this out or cover it with another sheet of paper. Put a much simpler prayer in there. You could put the Hail Mary here is fine as well. It's still Mary, right? Now, what do we do with these ones for All Souls Day? Now, the one they have, I've already cut it out just so I could show you how these will fit on here. You probably don't want to put it directly over an image that's already there. You could put the word part over if you wanted. Let's see how that still wraps. This one actually has a little bit of extra, but it did in the original too, didn't it? There's no image back there. So there's a lovely little wrap. Does it fit on my fatter squatter candle? It is like a tiny bit over, and that's no problem. Again, this is a flameless candle, but we can put that in. Again, I had not thought of it till I came out here, but a drinking glass, especially, okay, I know they went under recently, but Tupperware, I have a set of cups that I think are perfect size for this that you could use. But I imagine any kind of little drinking cup. Now you're thinking, okay, for a saint, see, the kid could just draw their saint in here, but for the faithful departed, it has the traditional eternal rest grant them, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon them. This template just has you list their name, and then it has the proper response at the end. There's other ways to do this, though. One thing I want to show you quick is I have this adorable picture of my grandfather. He was also my confirmation sponsor. Now, All Souls Day, do I know for sure that Grandpa's still in purgatory, being purified so that he can be with God in heaven forever? Do I know that he's in purgatory? Absolutely not. But no prayer goes to waste, and better to pray for him and him not need it than to not pray and him need it. And I love this picture. That didn't work. We all saw with the Our Lady picture. That did work. Could you? Oh. If I hold them up together, you can see through, right? And you could be able to trace them. Can't trace them. This photo didn't. This photo did not work. So what did I do? You can almost see it, but not quite. I made a photocopy. So this is on a thinner paper. This is very old. I don't think it has a date on it, but this is actually a postcard. So it's a little bit thicker. Can't see the light through it. So I went and made a photocopy of it. And there you can get that great image of my grandpa. Sort of, right? Things are not perfect here. Wait, there I've got him. So I can trace that out. Oh, I'm looking at the reverse image. That's why I'm moving things backwards. If I wanted to look smart, I would start this video over, but I'm not going to. So there I've got an image of him. This is awesome. And you may say, how did you get that to work? It's having the light right behind it. Oh, see? More light, better. I wonder if I can do that with my phone. One of the ways, again, to do this... Does it work? Oh, it works even better with the light from my phone behind it. One of the ways to do this is to have one of those plastic clipboards or slant boards. You can put the light under and the image should come right through. Now, a parent is probably going to be the one tracing or an older kid. But that's a lovely way to do it. Or you could just have a photograph up. The kids don't get to touch the photograph, but they can try and copy it as best they can. What about older kids and they want to put a little bit more? A lovely thing to do, we're going to be praying for the faithful departed all through November. So we want to make these special. And having the names is a great start. And that is perfect for All Souls Day. What can we do to up our game there? Put a memory of the person. Now, if it's a person your child's never met, my son never... I think he got to meet my grandpa up until he was 4. So he probably doesn't have that memory. So I could add a memory for him for myself. Or say, dear great grandpa, like, I wish I had met you. But if you have a memory, put a memory there. So for mine, I can indeed put that my grandfather, while he was baptized Catholic, I think many of you have heard this story, he fell away from the faith at some point. I don't know if it was him or his family. And at some point, when I was little, I know he didn't go to church, but at some point he did. He came back to the faith. And that's what I remember. That's why I picked him as my confirmation sponsor. And his devotion was through the roof, a powerful, powerful witness. And I could put that, dear Grandpa, thank you for leading me even more deeply into my faith. you can put that, or say, I love the way you always took me to Mass early, and we'd spend hours in adoration of our Lord. You would decorate the church. Grandma would help us clean it, and you would light all the candles before the priest even got there, and we would be ready to go into confession the second the priest arrived. Dear Grandpa, thank you for that great gift of devotion and recollection and adoration. Whatever it is that they taught you. And it doesn't have to be about the faith. You could say, Great Grandpa, thanks for riding trains with me. Whatever it is, think of a beautiful memory. And that way each child could even do the same person. And it's different memories. And you can share them at different times throughout the month. You can add them to your prayers. Eternal rest grant them, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon them, especially those loved ones who we have shown us the faith, who have helped us deepen our faith, who spent time with us, who cooked for us, who protected us, whatever it is. So you can take it further. Each person can have the name maybe in the beginning of the month. Maybe the next week you work on a memory, and then we're going to summarize that memory. So my grandpa really gave me the gift of devotion, and I could put that. Then I could summarize that devotion. And then at the end, maybe we synthesize the things that every family member has said about them. And I bet by that last one, it's all going to come up to love, 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 love. And then we can say to the Lord, Lord, thank you for putting these people in our life that shared your love with us. Whatever it looks like for your family, that is an easy way to do it. Now, if you've got real little ones, you may just want to take a piece of construction paper, cut a number of candles out, and trace their name out of the person that they want to write, and then they can copy over the name to practice their writing, right? And then maybe you can help them come up with a memory. They tell you the memory audibly, and maybe it did have to do with, like, say, trains or baking cookies together. And you could write that. Again, they could trace baking cookies. They could trace playing trains. They could pray. They could write praying together. Ooh, that's a long word, but you could say pray with me, praying with me, and write that out on their candle. And again, they trace it, and you can share those every time. Can you imagine if do people still tape things up on their doors? That's what we did when we were kids. We had a door that we taped up all our projects on. So that can be a really fun thing to do. Now, if you've got older kids, like high schoolers, late middle school, high schoolers, and they're good at making infographics and memes, sure, let them do that. They can do that right on there. They could probably take a picture of Great Grandpa and add the words. Ooh, I can probably even do that right now. I have a meme maker. It's not great. Don't judge me. But let's see here. Click on it. I'm going to take a picture. Okay, use photo. Keep it on. Helps if I can spell. So here I am. I took a picture of it, and then I'm typing in, and then I just hit go. Oh, look, it even put devotion on its own word. Isn't that sweet? What a sweet little picture there. And then you can pray, your eternal rest grant them, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon them. May the souls of the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace. Happy November, friends. I think that you can have a lot of fun with this as the month goes on. If you have these great photos and things, besides digital experiences, if you don't want to do a little digital meme, have your kids dress up as grandma or grandpa or whoever the person is, appropriate dress, but still, have them have fun with that. They could wear maybe their outfits to Thanksgiving dinner and say why they are thankful for this particular person being in their life. And then you can pray for them. They are probably the people missing from your Thanksgiving table. So especially if there are people who have passed away in the last year and they are not at your Thanksgiving table, let your children go ahead and represent them for a moment. Maybe it's not the whole meal. Maybe they just dress up for appetizers, or they just dress up for pie time, whatever that looks like. Or family game night could be super fun if everybody wears a costume of a beloved loved one, down to that. Maybe they even pretend to be grandpa Whatever that is, they could pretend to be that person for a little bit. Have some fun with it. Sing grandma's favorite songs. Tell stories of your brother. Sorry, I am thinking of specific examples even as I'm saying them to you. I know that you can think of ways to share with your family and help develop these devotions, but not as stale things they have to do or they're forced to do. Make them fun, make them interactive, but help them go deeper into those moments in devotions. These are not just memories that last a lifetime, but examples and witnesses of the faith for your loved ones. Friends, may God bless you and keep you, and I will see you later tonight. Bye.